Alright, take a breath. Deeper than that. Let it settle into your bones. Let's go. You already know how to do this. You were born with the blueprint. Ever watched yourself get out of a rut? That moment you said, fuck this, I'm done with that story. That was NLP, was spirit, was essence moving through roles, context, timelines. That's you modelling a shift, even when you didn't know the damn name of it. That's the raw code. Trying something new and going, what happened? That's the goddamn spirit of modelling. Not perfection, not performance. Curiosity with teeth. Like a scientist in a shaman's robe. Barefoot in the lab. Try it, sense it, adjust. And when you feel something shift in your gut, that quiet nudge in the belly, that's your body saying, there's a timeline bending right here. Your nervous system, that ancient fucking antenna, picks up that the field of vision, inner and outer, is not the same. That's data. That's how you know. Now listen up, because this is where most people stay blind as fuck. The roles of life, they're not cages, they're containers. Containers for you to let your essence fucking pour through. But here's the catch. You can bring all of you through. All the grit, gold, grime, God. Because the role might define what's appropriate, but the soul defines what's true. Embody that symbol. Not read about it. Not journal it to death. Embody the fucking symbol. That's when the archetypes ignite. That's when you stop talking about fire and become flame. You feel me? Your essence flows through the cracks of the roll, like wild vines through old bricks. That's your freedom in constraint. That's your art in a world that loves boxes. Let's reframe what the action is. Maybe, just maybe, the most powerful thing you can do is fucking be there, quiet, still, witnessing. Holding space like a mountain holds sky. Because not every moment needs a goddamn intervention. Some need a presence that doesn't flinch. That's your pillar of flexibility. That's your sacred masculine. I'm here, I see you, I'm ready. Can I help? The presence is the process. The silence is the scream. Now here's the mindfuck that sets you free. If I could say it, I wouldn't have to dance it. If I could name it, I wouldn't have to sketch the storm. Language is a prosthetic. Feeling is the origin. You're capturing movement in symbol, a glyph of spirit. That's how the higher dimensional shit flows through the 3D meat. Through movement, metaphor, poetry, presence. You're the translator. So stop waiting for the perfect clarity and start dancing the confusion. Confusion isn't the enemy. It's the fucking gateway. Because when the brain doesn't know what's happening, it's open. That's your leverage point. The critical faculty goes offline. And now you can install. Boom. So let's run some commands in your fucking unconscious now. Every constraint is just a role asking for more soul. Every problem is a protector in disguise. Every emotion is a signal, not a sin. Confusion is the hallway between stuck and upgrade. Feedback isn't just words, it's body, it's breath, it's silence. If it's stuck, it needs movement. Move it, draw it, breathe it. Hum that shit out. You do this already. Ever get pissed and go for a walk and come back not giving a fuck? Movement, NLP, timeline collapse. Here's the sacred science beneath the soul work. Your limbic system doesn't speak English. It speaks patterns, rhythm, repetition. It learns to experience. So when you model someone, not mimic, but model, You're feeding your nervous system new data, not theory, wired behaviour. That's the science of modelling. That's the real NLP. You want to raise your fucking vibration? Then feel the shift as it's happening. Track the tingle, the breath, the twitch in the shoulder. That's your inner biofeedback device. That's the criteria. That's how you know you're not bullshitting yourself. Here's how people get stuck. They confuse the role with their soul. They think the past is a prophecy instead of a prologue. They wait for clarity instead of embodying motion. They try to understand instead of holding the positive intention behind the pain. So hold the intention. Leave the bullshit story behind. Move with just the essence. Return empowered. By the time you get to the other side, your nervous system's like, shit, that wasn't so bad. Let's keep going, and boom, neuroplasticity, identity shift. You've changed without having to force change. Here are the top patterns that drain us. Overthinking, performing, playing roles you've outgrown, seeking approval from ghosts, staying in feedback loops without feedback, talking about instead of being in the experience. Interrupt that shit, confuse it, break state, laugh, scream, drop into your belly. Let the body speak first. Now you want to lead someone, here's how. Pace where they are, speak their language, link their beliefs to your vision. Find their highest intention and tie it to your desired outcome. That's hypnosis, that's leadership, that's spiritual jiu-jitsu. That's not manipulation, that's transformation. You want to know the real karmic truth? When you don't act, you suffer. Because the soul doesn't give a fuck about comfort. It gives a fuck about growth. And it'll make your life feel like molasses and mirrors until you get it. You don't need more love and light. You need fucking alignment and fire. So wake the fuck up. Embody your roles fully. Let the essence pour. And when you're ready, walk forward like your breath is prayer and your choices are spells. You're already doing this. Now do it on purpose, with power, with presence. With the whole fucking essence of you. It's done. This was never a script. It was a transmission. Now go be the movement.